Hello everybody, Shining Owl here, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video. Today, we're counting down my top 10 favorite Doom Eternal enemies. Before we begin, remember to like, comment, subscribe, because only 48% of you guys are actually subscribed, and let's get started. Number 10 on our list is the Hell Knight. The Hell Knight is a big strong boy who runs at you real fast and tries to punch you to the moon. The first time you encounter them is in the second level, Exultia, when you kill all the enemies in the area, and then bam, a door slowly opens, and then the music kicks back in, and the Hell Knight emerges. In this level, he's not that bad to deal with. Just sticky bomb, grenade him, you should be fine. I like to get a little flame belch on him. That's just me personally. They're not too bad in the rest of the level, but for the time being, you should be scared of them. But then later on in the game, they're not nearly as powerful, especially because a good lock-on burst just kills one of them instantly. Another real cool thing about the Hell Knights is that their glory kills are just kind of funny. Not in the, well, I chopped his head off way, but in the, hey, I just broke his arm, and then he just looks at me and he's just like, bruh, why'd you break my arm? I'm in pain. All in all, the Hell Knight is a very good enemy. And, yeah, it's just overall really cool. I like how he's also purple. And that's why the Hell Knight is number 10 on my list. Number 9 on our list is the Cyber Mancus. Cyber Mancus is a stronger variant of the regular Mancus, but it's a gamer. The Cyber Mancus walks around firing green toxic blobs to make a toxic floor wherever it lands. The Cyber Mancus is first encountered in the level Arc Complex. At that point, you should have all of the tools you need to be good at the game. A quick way to kill the Cyber Mancus is to exploit its weakness, being the Blood Punch. Blood Punch's armor and Ice Bomb Super Shotgun should do the trick. Or Blood Punch Ballista. At this point in the game, you can take it down pretty easily. And in late game, you can fight more at once and more demons with it. But it's still not that hard to kill. But it has an amazing design. For some reason, I just think it takes what the regular Mancus does and makes it so much better. It's like seeing the regular Mancus and being like, dude, put some clothes on. Nobody wants to see you naked. And then it throws on the cyber armor, and you're just like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. One complaint about the Cyber Mancus, though, yes, there's gonna be complaints with some of these demons. This might be the only one. I don't know. But a complaint with the Cyber Mancus is that all of its glory kills are just like the regular Mancus. It doesn't really have anything that makes it unique. Like, take a look at this. Regular Mancus.
Samuel Hayden has fallen. The Ark is
Cyber Mancus. Regular Mancus. Cyber Mancus. Other than that, it's really fun to fight. But also, in the Super Gorness Super Gorness Master level, you have to fight like 6, I think. Is it 6? I don't know. Is it 6? I don't know. But you fight so many at once. And that is such a unique challenge that you just don't get in the base game. All in all, Cyber Mancus, really fun demon, really great. And that's why it's number 9 on my list. Number 8, we have the...
Attention. Emergency protocols have been activated. Please exit the facility now.
We don't know how to access his main cortex. It's all alien. We couldn't figure it out. We have to, prepare for his careful extraction. We were given specific orders.
His life signal is barely readable.
Warning. Demonic presence threat level 5 entering main laboratory.
Opening the portal now.
You were never one of us. You were nothing but a usurper, a false idol. My eyes have been opened. Let me help you to see, Slayer.
The Marauder. The Marauder is one of the most interesting enemies in the game. With how he causes controversy, with people being bad, hating him, I personally find him challenging and rewarding. With how if he gets you low, you almost always get a glory kill when feeding him to get all your HP back. You first encounter the Marauder as a boss in the level Arc Complex. When his eyes glow green, you can shotgun him at medium range. You just do that over and over again, or be cool and shotgun quick switch ballista him over and over again. Or be even cooler and do whatever this is. Like, I don't even know how do you figure that out? All of his glory kills are pretty cool. There's one where he catches your fist and you stab him in the face. There's one where he gets down on one knee and like he's gonna propose to you, but then you reject it by grabbing the axe and chopping his head off. And then you have one where you just take your anger out. And also, the glory kill where you stab him in the back, he gives you a pathetic look of the, dude, you stabbed me in the back. Why'd you do that? All in all, I think he's a fun enemy. Also, in battle mode, I think he's alright. I'm not really going to bring up battle mode much, besides like 1 or 2 later on. But he's got some great skins, like this Golden Marauder. Mwah. Yeah, other than that, the Marauder's a pretty fun enemy. Okay, I guess I should comment on this. The dual Marauders. The dual Marauders, I feel like, are hard on paper. You see it on paper and you're just like, oh god, I can't fight dual Marauder, it's too hard for me. And then when you do it, you're just like, oh, that actually wasn't that bad. Just pretend like you're fighting one. And it kind of just works. The 3 times I've fought the buff Marauders, double Marauders, is once in Super Gore Nest, on top of Toxic Floor, Super Gore Nest Master level, once in UFC Atlantica and the Agent Gods DLC, which will be covered in a different video outside of my whole Doom coverage review thing, whatever. And the 3rd time is in the final level, Emora, where you fight 2 of them, but there's also Screechers in the arena. That fight is interesting, because if you activate a Screecher, it kind of makes you just run away, especially if you have the 2. If you have the 1, you can also run away, or if you're a coward like me, you just run away ultimately all the time. But yeah, all in all, the Marauders, very cool. Thank you, Ed. Very cool. And that's why the Marauder is number 8 on my list. Number 7, we have the Arachnotron. The Arachnotron is a spider brain enemy that jumps around with a turret and armored legs. A good way to take it down is to quick scope its turret and a few legs. Once it loses its turret, it fires tiny bombs at you that can easily be avoided. You can shoot it till it dies after that. Or you can do an easy way too, with 2 or 3 super shotgun shots. The first time you encounter the Arachnotron is in the level Hell on Earth, which is level 1, and you fight it with only one weapon, being the combat shotgun. And at that point, you only have the sticky bombs and the rotating barrel weapon mod. It's not the hardest thing to bring down, but it can catch you off guard, and its glory kills are all awesome. Like, I'm probably saying this with every enemy, but glory kills are awesome. Especially the one for the Arachnotron, where you jump on it and stab it with its own claws. And that's why the Arachnotron is number 7 on my list. Number 6 on our list is the Cacodemon. The Cacodemon is the big daddy of Doom. If you care about gaming even a little bit, you know who these are. They're big red boys with green eyes. They're tough to deal with. All the demons are involved, but on their own, they're just an HP balloon. And what I mean is, when I say that, is with a grenade to its mouth, it becomes instantly staggered, ripe for a glory kill. With multiple of them, or other demons, they are ferocious, with quick fireballs and a mean bite. The first level you encounter the Cacodemons is the level Hell on Earth, when they pop up ready for battle. They're easy then, though, because you have the sticky bombs at that time, and it counts as a grenade, so it makes them very easy. One thing that I have to say about the Cacodemon, though, is that their fireballs, they fire them very, very fast. Just 4 quick fireballs right in a row. When you fight them in Hell on Earth, they're not that bad to deal with, because, like I said, just put a grenade in the mouth, you're fine. But at that time, you don't have your other weapons, so you can't really just pop it in and then balance it around. You have to focus on them, which is really interesting. Another thing is, with their encounters, you never know how they're gonna play into it. With a Hell Knight, for example, they can have a completely different role with just how they kind of just act. It's the really good enemy chemistry that Doom Eternal has, and with the Cacodemon especially. Cacodemons are always a threat, even when it's with, say, a Doom Hunter, other Cacodemons, a Pain Elemental, a Dread Knight, a Pinky. No matter what it's with, it still demands your attention. And that's what's really great about the Cacodemons. Earlier I said how it was the big daddies of Doom, and I say that because they've been there since the beginning. If you know about gaming, you know them. Because everyone knows what the big daddy from BioShock is. They know the design, they know its drill hand. Maybe you haven't even played the game like me, but you know what they are. The Cacodemon is that same way. Another really cool thing about them is their glory kills. Like, one of their glory kills, you just grab the eyeball and you pull it out, and and there's a really funny popping sound when you do that too. Here, take a listen.
I would like to thank you for your support during this transition. Your suffering.
All in all, the Cacodemon is a really great demon, and it's so great that even after all of these years since Doom 1, even to Eternal, that the Cacodemon is still an icon and still just as fun to fight. And that's why the Cacodemon is number 6 on my list. Number 5, the Cyberdemon. The Cyberdemon is usually boss in Doom, but in Eternal, it's an uncommon enemy. What? It's called a tyrant? That makes sense why I couldn't find it in the codex. Okay, number 5, the Tyrant. The tyrant is a demon that is very tall and can kill you in a matter of seconds if you're not careful. They're very tanky and deal a lot of damage. A lot of damage. They also deal a lot of damage. The best strategy I use is called the Crucible. And it's called the run up to it, pull it up, chop it down. But say you can't do that, say you're in the DLC, or you're like saving your Crucible for Archviles, I like to use the Ice Bomb and lock-on rockets. You first encounter them in my personal favorite level, Necroval Part 1. I don't know why it's my favorite level. I don't know why it's my favorite level. I legitimately don't. I mean, maybe it's because I kind of just mash the two Necrolls together and call it... No, but I still like Part 1 better. As a quick side note to the Tyrant part, Necroval Part 1 is no longer my favorite level. You see, while I'm writing this, I've played Ancient Gods Part 1 and 2. My new favorite level is USC Atlantica. For reasons I'll go into sometime. Okay, you encounter him right in front of a quad damage. So, his first encounter isn't that tough because you can just grab a quad damage immediately, pull out your mobile turret, and then this. But when he's not sitting in front of a quad damage, he's actually kind of difficult to deal with. He's got a lot of HP. A strategy I've found liking to use is get to cover from him, but you can get to cover from him, but you can still use your weapons against him, and use your Destroyer Blade, and then Ice Bomb, Energy Shield, Turret. His attacks are also really cool. He has a missile attack, which he has missile attack, which is inspired by Doom 2016's Cyber Demon, where he fires them up in the air and they come crashing down on you. He has a flame sword and skates around. And I say skates because, like, he may be a robot. He may be a robot demon, but still, skates are cool. And it has a flame sword, like I mentioned. It doesn't really do much of it. All in all, it is a really great demon, especially with its glory kills. Like the ones where you get to see that it's not like other demons with a robot skeleton, you have to hit it in the brain. And also, it's just got really cool glory kills. Take a look. And that's why the Tyrant is number 5 on my list. Number 4 on our list is the Dread Knight. The Dread Knight is a fast boy with flaming swords on his hands. He's basically a modified Hell Knight that also tries to run and up and hit you. They do the same thing, but Dread Knights jump and leave a toxic floor wherever they land. It disappears over time, but you have a lot of damage when you're on it. A good way to take him out is with the lock-on burst. A good lock-on burst will leave him ready for a glory kill. Satisfaction guaranteed. Except if you have one rocket and use lock-on burst. That's not how that works. His glory kills are really neat too. My favorite one is the one where you grab him and you stab him straight through the skull. The way I fight him is Meat Hook Super Shotgun. Why do I do that when he can easily kill you up close? I do it because I have a problem. Whenever I see a demon, I Meat Hook toward it. Maybe it's because I like the armor from the Flaming Meat Hook. Maybe it's because I like grenading it. Maybe it's just because I'm addicted to this Super Shotgun. You can't stop me. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. First time you encounter the Dread Knight is in the Super Gore Nest level, where you walk forward, and it pops up. The Dread Knight isn't that bad to deal with in that first encounter. Like I said, I like meat hooking it. But yeah, just shoot it till it dies. Best strategy I can give you for it. Later on in the level, though, you do get the chain gun, which can allow you to shred it instantly. It dies so quickly. He has a really, really cool design with 2 orange flaming swords that have been augmented onto him by the help of the UAC, I assume. He's so cool that I even drew a picture of him. Take a look. All in all, the Dread Knight is just a really, 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 really cool demon. And I really hope in whatever Doom game's next, I hope that he's in it. And that's why the Dread Knight is number 4 on my list. Number 3, the Revenant. The Revenant is a funny skeleton man who flies around and shoots his missiles at you. It has 2 destructible missile launchers that can be taken out at once with a blood plunge. And then after that, he's just got a glorified backpack. The first time you encounter them is in the level Exultia, after you get the lamp and go to track down the betrayer so he can turn it on. In that level, he's a bit challenging, but you can use the sticky bombs and the scope of the heavy cannon. Also, as a side note, I will be calling it heavy assault rifle, because I am used to calling it that from Doom 2016. And does this really look like a cannon? Anywho, scope his guns off and sticky bomb him. All in all, he's a very good demon. He's not that dangerous without his things, but when you do meet him, you also have to watch out for the Hell Knights in that room. Those 2 enemies have very good chemistry and can be very, very deadly together. Not to mention, the Revenant has some pretty entertaining deaths, to say the least. Like this. Plus, he's just a funny skeleton man. Also, in battle mode, he's just alright. He's like a weaker pain elemental. I like to play as the pain elemental. He's just a weaker pain elemental, in my opinion. He's got some really cool skins, though. Like, check out this dude Revenant. Or a cybernetic Revenant. Oh, as a side note to the Revenant, not a side note because it's part of the main thing. When you get your super shotgun back, you have a very cool sequence where you go, you pilot a Revenant, and you have to fight other demons as a Revenant, and then once they're all dead, you fly up, get the super shotgun, give it back to Doom Guy, and then you can put down the Revenant. Or you could let it live, or you could be a funny man, like me, who's found out that, hey, you don't have to super shotgun it. I like switching to the heavy assault rifle and just shooting it straight in the face. Or using any other thing, because then after that, this happens. Its body just flops to the ground, and it's just hilarious. Anywho, that's why the Revenant is number 3 on my list. Number 2 on our list is the Pain Elemental. The Pain Elemental is a chunky flyboy that is kind of a pain to deal with in the campaign. And the only reason they make the list is because they're my battle mode main. They're a lot of fun to play as. For as much fun as you can have in battle mode, that is. You can float around, fire lost souls, and dash pretty fast. In the campaign, they do that as well. Just you're on the receiving end of it. And boy, they are a tank. And the Lost Soul Fire can get out of hand very easily if you let them. So I'm letting the Ancient Gods get its own separate video from the Doom games. Complete review. Or whatever I'll name it. With the Spirit Pain Elemental is a huge pain to deal with. Especially with the Dread Knight hunting you down. If you don't know, spoilers for Ancient Gods, by the way. That the Spirit... So that Samuel Hayden, the final boss of Ancient Gods Part 1, has 2 spirits that protect him in phase 5, the final phase. One of them is a Spirit Dread Knight, one of them is a Spirit Pain Elemental. The Dread Knight goes down fine in a few lock-on bursts. The Pain Elemental goes down not very easily. The spirits buff the HP and damage, so it just takes so long to kill it. Anywho, the first time you encounter an elemental is in the level Mars Core, where you walk forward, and as you saw in its little introduction, you meet the Pain Elemental. Also, as a side note, can Id please fix a problem I'm having? I keep unlocking the MC Pain set, and every time I beat a level, it re-unlocks it for me, making it so I can never use the cosmetics in it. I don't know how you'd fix it. Maybe just make it so that, I don't know, but it's a serious problem, and that I can't use anything from it set. Please, Id, can you fix this problem? Anyway, in the level you encounter the Pain Elemental Mars Core, he's not that bad to deal with, considering you have everything you need in your arsenal already. You have except you don't have the BFG, the Crucible, or the Unmaker. Other than that, they're not that bad to deal with. Other than that, you don't need super weapons to deal with them either, so it doesn't matter. A good strategy is just use the Aeroblast Destroyer Blade, and I found out Super Shotgun works pretty well. Another great thing about them is that their designs are just hilarious. They look like the Cacdemon's little brother that just throws, well, I guess, Lost Souls at them. And it just really gives them a charm that the Cacdemons don't have. One last thing about them is that I really like their glory kills. 2 of them you jump down and stab it in the eye, and then you have one where you look for grips in his mouth, and then you stab it straight through the eye, and then put it back in. And the best part is that he has a little freak out. He's just like, oh no, my eye, I can't see, I'm blind. Yeah. All in all, Pain Elemental, very, very, very good demon to fight, fun to play as. Id, please fix the MC Pain glitch, because I know it happens with other sets. I did research of it. And that's why the Pain Elemental is number 2 on my list. Before we get to number 1, I have 2 honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1 is the Doom Hunter. The Doom Hunter is a mini tank that basically rolls around, fires rockets, and has a really tough melee. How you damage the Doom Hunter is you destroy its sled, or take out its shield. Then it will go into phase 2 mode, that's what I'm going to call it, where it can die in a simple lock-on burst. Other than that, it's pretty fun to fight. It's originally a boss, but becomes an uncommon enemy. But it's just really fun to fight, in my opinion. Then, our other honorable mention is the Armored Baron from the Ancient Gods Part 2. The Armored Baron is really here because he's got a cool design and an interesting weak point. You see, so for his design, he's basically just a Baron, but he has really cool armor. And how you damage him is when he's about to throw his little ball at you, you just shoot it when it turns green. Boom, bam, armor's gone. After that, how I like to take care of it is by Chain Gun Ice Bomb Flamethrower. How I like to take care of the Doom Hunter when it's in its little tank is by Chain Gun Ice Bomb as well, but with blood punches as well. Both of them really fun enemies to fight. Both of them just just shy of this list, and both of them could probably replace the Cyber Mancus if I'm feeling like it one day. Okay, on to number 1. Number 1 on our list is the Pinky. The Pinky is the best demon in Doom in general. Doom Eternal is no exception. He's a big, fast boy who's a truck that smacks you around, is strong, has the funniest name in all of Doom. So let's name it Pinky because it's pink. Great idea, sir. Now what about this red meatball looking one? But what name about the Khaki Demon? Where did you get that name from? I am John Romero. Do not question me. You're not even... I'm getting off track. The Pinkies are a really unique enemy with how they have a bullfighter thing to it. Because you have to avoid its front, go around the back, and kill it. What I personally like to do is go to Blood Punch or Ice Bomb Super Shotgun. But you could fight it a legitimate way where you don't use the Ice Bomb. I just don't like doing it. The one downside to Pinkies is that they can be very annoying. If you're fighting multiple at once, then you are going to die. Again, and again, and again, and again, and again. But other than that, they're really fun. All of their glory kills are really fun too. Like, well, not all of them, but there's one that I really like because you just stab it twice, and I don't know why. You just stab it twice. The first level you encounter the Pinky is in the level Doom Hunter base, where you enter the arena, and then bam, the Pinky appears. In this arena, they're not that bad because you have the Super Shotgun, you have the Ice Bomb, you know how to take them out. Plus, they're just really iconic. In my opinion, they're not more iconic than the Cacodemons, but they're on the same level. They also have an amazing design with that armored front that looks a little goofy but at the same time serious. And all in all, the Pinkies are just great. And you're saying, why do you still like them so much? You clearly sounded like you like the other demons better. Well, here's the thing. I may think the other demons are funner to fight. Kind of like how I may think that I would rather use Alakazam in battle than use a Rowlet in battle. But in the end of the day, I like Rowlet better. But yeah, that's why the Pinky is the best demon in all of Doom Eternal. No, even the best demon in all of Doom. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.